Grew up in New England. Alrighty. What up, Dak? How we doing? Alright, so let's work on conference talk first thing this morning. Actually, let me see if I can get my Raycast to sync. I want Raycast settings. All right.
Functions describe.
Why did it not pick that? I want it. Why can't I save? Ah, right there. Hello, morning from Brazil. Good morning. Thank God we don't have to see you today. It's the fucking goddamn this webcam, dude. It's OBS. Virtual. And then we gotta switch back over here. Got it. We're so back. We've never been this back. Can you mute your mic too? You guys are just the best. All right, hold on. I need to do a tweet. I thought of this. I don't know if you guys have played with Dia yet, but it's trash. They should have called it. They should have called it Doa instead of Dia because it's dead on arrival. I gotta hear you give a speech at your wedding. That's hearing your voice too much. Do I have to give a speech at my wedding? Is that what I have to do? I thought other people gave speeches to me. Did Emil just retweet himself? That's hilarious. All right. Conference talk time. React Miami. All right, what do we want to get through today before we dive into Nixing Neovim config? We did this .map. So, did we show the discriminated union version? Did I accidentally redo your domain group pic from the official company account a couple weeks ago? Alright, we got all that. Hold on, I'm gonna tweet this. This is good. How does this work? Oh, so I have to select it? Is that how that works? It's gonna be Vercel. I love how Evil Rabbit has his own theme. That's so funny. TypeScript. Dark mode, yes, yes, yes. Create snippet. Go. Nice. Copy image. Back to the Twitter sphere. Actually, I should probably make sure that works first. I think that's fine. That will work. That has to work, right? If there's a God, please make sure it does not work and Dylan gets roasted on X. We'll find out. I mean, we can find out quick, right? We could do this. Where's the easiest place to do this? We could do V0, right? Use React 19 and this hook. Use a promise that will reject 50% of the time. Render an error component if it rejects using whatever. If there's a God, do you mean Michael Arnaldi? Do not gas up Michael's ego. It's the last thing he needs. Brother. Okay, there it goes. All right, let's see this code. Did it actually use that hook? I don't even think it used that hook, dude. No, use the hook. Use the hook instead of use. Don't use an error boundary. Just a regular React component for the error. Someone should make a library called Hooters. I'm sure it's already on NPM. Component was suspended by an uncached promise. Creating promises inside of a client is not yet supported via suspense. So do we just... Oh, it won't work. Create random promise. It's literally the same promise. Oh, that son of a bitch. Okay, but like, fine. We do this then. You just come here. Does this work? Promise dot all settled. Promise obj. And we'll say this is going to be a result. And that should save. And we should work. Uses no, for Christ's sake. Where did that happen at? A component was suspended by an uncached promise, creating promises inside a client component. We'll have to figure that out. Oh, it's duh. Alright, whatever. Good thing we didn't tweet that, huh? Modern development is just vibe coding. You need to use a new cool word for it. A friend of mine just went through 100+ resumes for a junior position in the last 2 months. Every interview, one way or another, AI was brought up and a handful tried to use. I think, yeah, I'd be surprised if we don't start allowing AI in some of our technical interviews too. I need to shave. Okay. Alright, I want to actually look up the docs for this. React.dev. I'm going to go learn about my use hook. Great. The component calling use suspends while the promise passed to use is pending. That seems fine, right? The use API must be called inside a component or hook. When fetching data in a server component, prefer async and await over use. Prefer creating promises in server components and passing them to client components over creating promises in client components. Promises created in components are recreated on every render. That's the warning I got, right? It wasn't stable. So there has to be a trick in there has to be a trick in React query to make the promise stable. Which, what would that trick be? You'd have to cache the promise inside a function with like a cache key or something. This still works, it just has to come from a server component. Or you have to use like a create resource hook where it like caches the promise correctly, which I think I have that function made. I made like a use resource thing the other day to play around with the use hook and things other than promises that were promise like. How the hell do I go find my other library? Where is it? Versailles. React. Yeah, I'm worried about juniors too, Ethan. Unders is actually the real 10x dev. This is not the freaking slide I wanted. Where did I do this? Did I do this locally? No. I don't know where I put that. I have so much random shit in my... Alright, hold on. Make the promise, create the promise in a server component and pass it as a prop. I still don't know what cook mode is. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. He's just from Pennsylvania, which is the only downside in his life. It's true. Pennsylvania sucks. Pennsylvania is one of the most beautiful states in the United States, but also simultaneously one of the worst states to live in. That's hilarious, Anders. Use was called from inside a track. What are you doing? Where did this thing put a try catch? Why would you... You don't need a catch, you dumbass. How do I format this? Can I right click and format? Whatever, I'll save. Lots of wedding rings. I mean, it technically works. I don't suspect this is gonna work. Oh, it worked. Would you look at that? Let's see the code. Promise content. We fetch random data. We set it. We pass it. This must be... This is a... This is literally not right. This is so dumb. No. Generate the promise in a server component. Pass it to a client component. and use the use hook to resolve it. Don't. You can do better than this. I've managed to reduce the F-sharp code speed down from using classes where not strictly needed to just plain modules and functions. 500. Oh, that's beautiful. Dylan, I have some incredibly gay news for you. I'm going to Bear Carnival tomorrow in Gran Canaria. I don't know what that... I don't know any context about that, but I'm fucking in. We're just vibe coding away, you know how we do. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Delete this file. Page. Create random promise. Okay, that is fine. It gets passed into promise consumer. I was called from inside a try catch block. Where the hell is a try catch block in here? Jesus. Can I just tell it to fix this? Oh, that's not. Copy. Don't use try catch here. Just check the result status. I hate that I can't copy and paste. This never works. You see this? Is this me? Is this a skill issue, chat? Probably. Yeah, okay. Don't want to fit in. He ain't no bear. He's a twink. He is truly a twink. AI translate and explain Dylan. I have some cool news, fam. Rainbow. Just to translate, you're saying, Dylan, I have some incredibly great news for you. I'm going to a bear carnival tomorrow in Gran Canaria. Gran Canaria is known for its epic parties and bear events, so you're in for a wild time. Enjoy the vibes and maybe snag some sweet pics. All right, V0. Did you figure it out? A component was suspended by an uncached, creating promises inside the client component. Where are you making this? All right, the promise gets created here. This is not a client component. This is a server component. It gets passed to promise consumer. Oh, it's because that's insanely annoying. It's because it's making a new promise. So you would have to do that like here, right? You would have to do like you would do it here. Promise dot all. I'm going until I make this work. I feel this is now personal. We do this, and then I can't read what I'm doing. We do that, and then you can do dot then, and you're gonna destructure the first element, right? And then you're gonna return that. God, I hate not having Vim mode. And then you're gonna go over here, and you're gonna get rid of this. And this is just gonna be promise. This becomes result. Save. This should work. Knock on wood. No. There it is. I made it work, chat. It's insanely annoying. I want to figure out how to do this. So that promise reference should be stable. I mean, maybe V0 even knows the answer to this. How can I create a resource / promise that is stable? Oh, we got our freaking Mongolian throat singing. And you create a promise, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I just want to know how to cache it. I don't know what you just did here, V0, but it was not right. So you just have to cache it, right? It's like a key. Why did Anders send me a voice message? We're gonna listen to it on stream chat. Here we go. I don't know, where's my mic? It's over here. Let me turn up my volume.
Stop saying Gran Canaria. It's Gran Canaria.
Gran Canaria!
American sometimes. Stop saying Gran Canaria. It's Gran Canaria. You're such an American sometimes.
I'm sorry, guys. It's a disability. I can't help it. I'm trying my best not to be American. The big, how big hairy dudes. Okay, I'm over this. I had my fun. We got it working. We're not gonna show this. We can show this. I just have to do implement caching to create stable references. That's fine. All right, we have a discriminated union. Great. The next part we want to implement and show is yeah, I guess never throw any actual result type. never throw. I guess we just do result type. And we'll come here, TypeScript, and we'll say type result equals, this will be okay error, which we've seen already, and this will be an okay. That's annoying. How do I want to do this? I suppose rather than using okay, I'll just use success. And then we'll also change error to be failure. I don't think that's up there. No, it's not. Yeah. S error / failure. And then this becomes okay, success, and this will become error, failure. All right, hold on. You guys are all worked up in chat this morning, talking about bears and Grand Carnival. Where is that accent from? Now that's a good question. Definitely not Wales, the country that Dylan didn't realize was the country until last December, and I assumed I was Irish or Scottish. I assumed you were Scottish. I knew Wales was a country, but I assumed you were just Scottish. List 3 words Americans can't pronounce correctly because of their inferior education system. Scone, quinoa, and Worcester. Bottle of water. Can you read out? I can't read that out. That doesn't even... Gays everywhere, thank you for your request. I remember Justine DMing on Twitter. Whatever. What up, Jonas? Welcome to chat. You've joined at an interesting time. I forget how I define this. I have a package downloaded. Do I have it right here? Yeah, I do. Great. I already have this written. Can I get the type definition? Oh, you son of a bitch. Really, it's like this. And then I think we can just do result. We do the same thing where it's like this, and it'll have this, and then we'll have okay value and then we have this, which does the same thing. Yoink. Really, this can just be that's fine. Actually,
Functions describe the world.
you have 3 links on your Twitch profile and they're all broken. Did you config NVim by your own? Yeah, Jonas, I did. We're gonna get into doing some NeoVim config here in a bit.
Functions describe the world.
Okay, we're gonna do this the easy way. We're going to actually come here, and I'm gonna come over here, and can I get the type? Can I extract the type from? I just want type foo is this e, and this should have a let's just say make or create make scale a value. I need the LSP. Does it need to be? Okay, that is right. Okay. So if we call this air, it's fine. And then we have map, and hold on here. Yeah. When we map, we return this E, yeah. This will get a F. This will get our value E, and it's going to return an air underscore F. And this returns an air underscore E. Yeah. Is that how I define that? Does this take a generic param? Yeah, it must. Yeah. And then map. And then we have it's and then really this is a function, not my bussy. Pretty sure that's right. Where is my fuck up here? Is it this thing? And that becomes the arrow? I hate TypeScript, dude. The syntax is so stupid. Okay. All right, chat. I'll be right back. It was Justine. I'm sorry. She came up and hugged me, and it changed the song. She bumped. I can't even. I can't fix it. I tried. Bro, my kingdom, for anyone that can make a fucking Roomba that doesn't get stuck in corners or carpets or under the couch every time it runs. If you make it, I will literally buy it today. Credit card on the table. Fucking Roomba, dude. Just getting stuck everywhere. And you have to go pick it up, and then you get your hands disgusting.
Functions describe.
Tell Justine she just did something homophobic. I gotta screenshot that and send it to her. That's so funny. Robo-Rock is amazing. I don't know if I have ever heard of Robo-Rock. Yeah, I might have to upgrade. This actually looks it looks geared at pet owners. We have 2 Roombas that we've like have gotten from like raffles or just like a work at a former company. I had like we got points for like recognition. Dude, how do I? This is so stupid. How do I write a stupid? I just need the result type, please. A, E, we'll rename those in a minute. There we go. And let's say we have map, right? Map is I just want a function first, right? That's good. Now how about a function that takes a function? Is that inner one this? No. Is it that? And then the outer one becomes the colon? No. 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 This is a function that returns void. How do I type this? Oh, do I need an underscore and to assign it? Oh, there we go. I figured it out in my own chat. Roomba uses camera recognition while RoboBlock uses LiDAR and camera. Ah, dude, that's so much better. I will say, even though Roomba's annoying and gets trapped, like having 3 dogs, having a Roomba on both of our floors makes such a quality of life improvement. So this will get a value A, and then this returns a B, and then this becomes a result A or BA. Or E. There we go. And then this is and then and this is a BF for best friend, and this returns a result of BF. And then we have OK, and we get a value of I guess this would be whatever value A, result A, E, and then we'll have error, which will be value is never, and actually no, that would be we should do make, yeah. Really, we could get rid of this. No, we need to hold out generic. Yeah. So that's basically the result type interface. Honors, I'm so sorry. Also, we have sharks, not Roombas. Oh. Well, I hope they don't mow our lawn until I'm done streaming. Otherwise, they're gonna fucking step in dog shit. Because I need to pick up dog shit. I think I need to start talking smack about why cats suck around my Alexa and phone so I get stop getting adverts that has non-catchy 50 style songs to entice me to buy cat food. It's okay. It's okay, I blame Dylan? What? How am I getting blamed? I tried to put the song back on. No, they push mow our... When they come inside the gate, Justine, they use a push mower, don't they? I thought they switched. No. Whatever. Well, if they hit it again, they can repair it again. Justine doesn't even have a ukulele. So really, this is going to be, now that I have that hashed out, we can come in here and we can just say this is going to be type okay. And this only gets a value A. This will become a okay A. Map. This becomes an okay. Okay. Let's see if I can re-implement the result type on the spot. Okay, A. We get rid of F. This returns an okay. B. Delete to there. This becomes okay, B. And then if I do that, we can say, actually I should just make this an interface to make it more clear for people. And then we do class okay, A. I wonder if I should do an object. Like, because if I do const okay, they can, yeah, they'll unify. So we can just do make, which is going to, we'll say this is an okay of A. All right. So take an A. No, I should do a class. It's better. Class okay takes an A. We have a constructor. In fact, we don't even need to give it a constructor. We can just say static. We'll give it a constructor. Say value is an A. Let's say this dot value or value. Value is A. and then we'll say this, and we can say this dot value is value, and then in here we implement make. In fact, we don't really need make. I mean, technically we do for it to be a real monad, but the constructor kind of fine. I'll say make is a function that takes a value of a and returns new okay value. Return. And then we have map, which is going to take our value of a, and it's going to return this is actually a no, sir. Changing that function, which is going to get a value. In fact, I wonder if this types is. Wow, this is automatically applying the type to this and type checking it. I didn't know interface would do that. That's kind of sick. So I can just return new okay this fun this dot value. Property map must be of type B, function A to B, okay, but here is function any. Value, sure. B. We'll put B here. Or I guess B goes on the outside. Property map must be of type B. Okay, but type. There we go. Can I make it infer this shit? Feels like I should be able to make it infer this shit, right? Fine. And then we can take that and we can call this and then, but that's going to be wrong. So let's just toggle the diagnostics. We just do that and that, and this is going to be an okay B. Yeah, and really we can implement map in terms of bind or and then, right? Because you can really just come in here and you can do this dot and then function, right? Or wait. Delete to HODL. Did I do something wrong here? Auto wraps it. This dot. No, I think that's all right. Am I dumb? It feels like I should be able to implement okay, whatever, that's fine. And then can be implemented as map. That's what I thought, right? But then we get an extra wrap. Map function. Wait, I feel like I'm like dumb right now. I'm not remembering how to do this, and it's not becoming apparently obvious to me. I know I can implement one in terms of the other. Yeah. Result dot, okay, function is value. No, this is right. And then just auto flattens it, right? And then map auto wraps it. My freaking Gemini key's not set. That's annoying. 1 second, chat. Alright, so forget that. I have, I have AI now in here, right? AI chat, here we go. I want to change the model to Gemini Flash Thinking. Can the result types map and bind functions be implemented using each other? Show me in TypeScript. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. Such a Libra thing to do. Dude, I'm not even a Libra. So it's saying you can implement a map using bind by using bind and then rewrapping the result of the mapping function into the container type. I don't think that makes sense, but this is fine. What are you then, and what is this CVV code on the back of your card? CVV is I think it's 769 actually. Air, and we'll say value is we'll change this to E, and this dot value is E. Yeah. And really, this is just return this, and this is also return this, right? We got to define U interface. I have to think about a way I want to how I want to teach this concept. I don't have a lot of time to go over this. I just want to teach. I really want to get down basically map and then the differences between the two. Basically, map changes the value inside of the result if it's successful, and then changes the value inside the result by returning another with a function that could possibly fail, right? I'm gonna change them for the actual code slide. There'll be success and failure kraut. I'm just doing that right now to get through this. And then this becomes never. This will be error E. This becomes never. Does that become B? We'll add map error too. This becomes. I guess I can just delete to there, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this the Sephiroth song? Okay, fine. This is value is never. That returns B. This is value B error E. This is literally the same type definition. Okay, sure. No, this would be. Yeah, that's right. That's right. This would be a function that returns B. That's wrong here. How did I type that over in the other one? Prelude, and go here, source, result, we want, and then is never, it returns the result. That's how we do that. I see. Alright, chat, after I finish, I should have just copied this. What am I doing? Why don't I just copy this entire thing? Because it's easy, and I already have it done. I'm a silly goose, chat. Alright. We can keep... yeah, sure. Sure. Maybe hold on to that. We don't have a tagged error. I don't need that. We'll get rid of try. In fact, try is actually pretty good. We'll just make this an error for now. And we'll do error. Try catch error. Sure. That should work. Yeah. And then let's get rid of you. I don't know if we need a result matcher type, but we can come back to that. Get rid of these, get rid of these, get rid of you. That TypeScript feature is going away. And so we have to say private read-only value is an A. And we have to come in here, this dot value is value. Dude, I know Julio. Or Julio, excuse me. Julio's the fucking man. I got to hang out with Julio in Italy 2 weeks ago. He's someone I would love to spend way more time with and pick his brain because he has just such a good mind for this stuff, and he has a really great mind for making composable complex APIs simple. And I haven't watched or read Intro to FP and TS, but like I would imagine that Julio is also a fantastic teacher. I don't know if that tag can be private or not. We got map. We should have map error. We want and then. So let's go ahead and yeah, that's probably. We'll come back to that. We probably should keep it on wrap, right? That's probably good enough to teach. Come here, get rid of that. We'll do this quick. Private read only, delete to V, right, that. And then this becomes this dot value is equal to value. That. Get rid of the comments, yep. Down, delete that. Delete this, that's good. And we'll come in here. Get rid of that. This, and we'll call this just an error. Unwrap or, yeah, that's fine. Get rid of this. All right. fact, we can move these up into here. And we'll say, oh, this is an object. All right, so we'll say is okay. And we'll say this is going to take a, E, and this will be result, which will be a result a, E, and this is going to return if result dot tag is okay, return true, and this will be result is okay a, return false, comma. That fixes that, and we'll do this, and this will be error instead, and over here error E, error, oh my god, change in that. So we can do that to narrow. Okay, that seems like a pretty simple API that I think I can cover, and it doesn't need to be at high detail. I think I'm gonna record, I'll probably record a video of remaking this later in the week that I'm going to include with like a QR code in my presentation so people can go and like build the intuition. But let me catch up on chat quick. Oh boy. I think you should read Higher Kind of Type Implementation. I've read that. It's so good. It's one of my favorite articles. They removed the HKT docs from the Effect website, which I think is good, but that was a really good write-up. What keybind do you use for insert normal mode? Going into insert is just I, leaving insert to back to normal, I do JJ. Yo, HKT implementation in TypeScript is all about higher kind of types, so you define types that take other types as parameters. It's like getting a fancy toolbox for your blah, blah, blah. Ensure that FP is like eval functional program. Yep. No, I'm not. I'm giving a talk at React Miami about using the result type in TypeScript and React. I just saw you at an Effect conference. Oh, were you in Italy 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever that was? Yeah, I spoke at Effect Days. I didn't realize you worked for Ken in the past. How was it? Yeah, so I joined Formidable Labs back in the day because of Ken Wheeler and another former Formidable person who were maintaining Victory charts at the time. I didn't work directly under Ken, and he was only there for like a month or two before he left. But I can tell you that Ken at work is exactly like Ken is on Twitter. And even in client Slacks. So Victory charts was the thing that changed my career. I maintained this library for roughly a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Oh, that makes me sad. The near form controls it now. But yeah, I worked on this for a long time, and it used to be like the best charting library. Let me snooze that. Let me go back to the API. Like, the API is just so good. I still think this has one of the best APIs for React charting libraries of like all time. Like it's so good. Chart types, area chart. Like it's so good. It's so good, chat. So what happened was I was working in the Department of Defense at the time. I was working at the Department of Defense, and we had been using Victory. This is like 2016-ish. We had been using maybe 2017, somewhere in there. We had been using Victory charts for like all of our React front ends, and like we loved Victory charts. And I ended up going on a contract that was basically a partnership between the NSA and the Australians version of the NSA. The Australians bought a bunch of F-35s from the U.S. and there was like this suite of tools for analyzing radar signals that were collected from F-35s, and like these radar analysts at the government, both the NSA, the Air Force, and then the Australians version of that, they were using these tools, this existing suite that had to be made in like the early 2000s sometime, I hope. And they were radar analysts, not programmers. Like I'm sure maybe they knew how to program a little bit, but you know, they were not like technical programmers on a day-to-day basis. And they were having to analyze radar signal by opening Eclipse, because the former defense contractor that built this tool suite built the tools as Eclipse plugins, which is mind-bogglingly, like, why would you do that? Even if you're going to write Java, why would you put it in Eclipse as a plugin? It does sound like the government. So we were working on the contract to rebuild that suite of radar analysis tools, and because we had already been using Victory charts everywhere, I wanted to use it, and we were using React. That being said, I ended up not being able to use Victory because spectrograms, which is like the main kind of chart that you use for visualizing radar data, spectrogram. They have like hundreds of thousands of points on them at any one time, right? Like they look like this, and like the radar analysts need that fidelity of data. And the problem with Victory and most charting libraries is that they use SVG to render. So what that means is, or the consequence of that is, every single data point is a DOM node, and therefore very, very expensive to update and like move around and scale in and out. So we needed a canvas-based solution. So what I ended up doing is I ended up taking Victory Charts API, and I built a React library that used a very, 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 very similar API. It was almost one for one, that rendered to canvas, and that was GPU accelerated with like C shaders and shit. I didn't write the C shaders, another engineer did. But I was going back and forth with the maintainers. I'm sure there's issues open in here from me way back in the day. And I was just like asking questions, and I ended up DMing with Lauren and Ken on Twitter. Lauren Eastridge. Yeah, Victory is her baby. Lauren's amazing. But I ended up going back and forth with her and Ken on Twitter, talking about like, oh, how would you implement this? Like, what would be the right way to get this API to render canvas? You know, layering canvases on top of each other, like just a bunch of questions on like that. And then Ken eventually was like, dude, just apply it Formidable. And I did, and I landed the job, and then I went from there. The most complex data you've worked with? Probably either radar data on that on that project I was just talking about, or I worked with a bunch of geospatial data that was enriched on another government contract that I can't talk about. And that was pretty complex data. And we had some pretty unique ways of modeling and displaying that. But yeah, so Ken was the director of open source at Formidable when I started for like 2 months. And then he left to go to the gig he's at now. But there were many remnants of Ken in Slack, and I don't even know what MV is. Trace network calls from every application. Oh, it's just a tracing tool. Nice. Nice, no. All right. So we got a result type implementation.
Functions describe the world.
The things I really want to cover is map and then. Those are like the important ones. So let's go back to the outline. Where'd I put that? Slides whip? Yeah. See. So let's just say we have this again. Yank find equal. Whoops. Yank find equal. Put that there, and I just want to cover the interface quick of what this would look like here. Really, we want map. In fact, let's just implement this over here. Do I have the type up there? Yeah. So let's just say type underscore for a second, or foo, or I don't even know what to call this, underscore result. Success, failure, and that's going to equal, let's make this interface. And jump over here, and this will be map, which we can go steal. I don't think let me just grab this. I want that right there. Jump that down. And this will be we'll rename B to next success, I guess. Maybe we just call it next. We'll say next success. And we'll change to there, and it'll be result, next success, failure. Wrap that up, and then the next one will be and then. That'll be next success. This returns a result of, really, we can put that next failure. next failure. I guess actually, does it union? I guess we could track we can union the failure types, right? The next failure. And then this is a result that has failure or next failure. And that gives us a nice property of type tracking the failures over time as you chain functions, right? All right, I want to see this. Declare const r is a result of, let's just say we have a number and a number. So then we should be able to do r dot and then, and we get our num, right? That should be a number right now. Let's see here. We can do we'll just say num as result string and then boolean. Number. So this should know it's a number. Why does it say it's any? Oh, I see. We'll do that. As unknown as. And let's just say const r2 is that. Does this end up typing the track? So this should be a number, right? It is a number. So if this worked, we should see that we have a result string boolean or number. Oh, let's fucking go. Let's go. You love to see a chat. And then you can come here and just say like map, and we can get this would be now a string, and we can say true, and then it should turn into a boolean. That's fine. Whoops, these need to be underscores. Underscore. Now that should union together, right? Yeah. Oh, it dropped it. Why did it drop it? Number. Map gets string unknown. Why doesn't that infer it? What if we do r2 dot It's interesting because like the type information is carried. Oh, we got to unknown there. And then so does it actually have to be here? No, it can't be, right? It does have to be at this level. Oh, I'm mixing, I'm conflating. I bamboozled myself again. Yeah. There it goes. Now it fixed itself, which now means I can take this. Yeah, I'm so stupid. I have wrap one. Set wrap. Toggle that shit. So now we should see it carry the whole way through. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So let's grab this. And let's get rid of all the underscores. And then we're just going to copy this and move that over here. And we can add one more, I guess, probably. Where it's like unwrap. And we'll say this is a message, which is a optional string. And this would return the success. Yeah. All right. We'll figure out how we want to teach the rest of that tomorrow. And we'll probably record a YouTube video later in the week, or maybe I'll do it this weekend, on implementing all of this. And I think I'll start from like a test-driven approach. All right, let's switch to ripping Nix out and updating NeoVim. So let's switch over to my config. We got brew, yeah, brew. I think I made a snippet.
Functions describe
Source
the
brew,
world.
yeah. Brew. Oh, I can even search brew, can't I? Brew, search. I'm gonna look for OBS. Is this gonna work? Can I not install OBS with brew? Oh yeah, here we go. So I want that, and then copy, I guess that. No, we'll just do down here, cask, OBS. Yeah. What else do we need? Can I get, what is this? Elgato? Brew search. And we'll say Elgato. Can I make this casks? Yeah. Elgato camera hub. Yep. Copy cask name. ABCDE. Cask. Elgato camera hub. Actually, this should just brew search. Elgato. Control center. Yep, we want that one. Cask. Throw that in there. And the other one is Stream Deck. I assume that's what that is. Yeah. That one right there. Yoink. Cask, Elgato, Stream Deck. Thanks for the follow, Kuzi. And a crazy chicken head if you're still around. And WY Bounty. Oh man, we're 7 followers off from 6,000. That's pretty wild. Wavelength control center, camera hub. Did I get the camera hub? Yeah. All right. Is there anything else cask-wise we need to install? I got Yak, Raycast, Ghosty. I'm going to manually install Ghosty. In fact, I should go get the installation instructions. I should probably get Zoom, as much as I hate it. Maybe Keycaster. Let's go grab Ghosty. I want to download from releases. Yeah. And I want so if we come over here, did I get a DA invite? No, but I got to play around with it a month or two ago, and I've seen they haven't made it that much progress from what I've seen, and it's just like not. I don't know if you saw my tweet, CD. Where's it at? I said they should have called it DOA instead of, or they should have called it DOA instead of DIA because it's dead on arrival. Bro, like, I don't understand why you would ever trust them to deliver a good browser. Like, they abandoned one. Like, I feel like I have a couple thoughts on this. I'm gonna rant because this has been cooking for a while. A browser. All right, I guess my maybe lukewarm take here is that a browser is never gonna catch on without the support of the tech community, because like your mom is never gonna use a browser that's not Safari or Chrome without somebody that is like fluent in tech suggesting they check something out, right? Like they need the tech community to help push the product. And Arc was beloved by the tech company or by the tech community and like techie people, and they completely just eroded the trust with that community. I just don't. Yeah, it's the problem is VC money. Like you can absolutely understand like why they ended up where they're at. It's because of VC money. Like they needed to make money, and Arc wasn't gonna get them there, so they had to do something radical. But like Dia feels like it could have just been an extension, and like there are so many other apps. Like it would take. Like if you don't think that like Google Chrome and Safari are going to integrate AI into their browser and just make Dia completely dead overnight at some point, like you're crazy. Like AI will be deeply integrated into browsers at some point in the next couple years, probably 1 to 2 years. What have they done with Arc? They stopped updating it to basically go work on Dia. Yeah, Vafi's right. They just burned the bridges. Yeah, I'm considering. I don't know when I'll do it, but at some point I will probably switch to Zen browser. But I don't think I'm quite there yet. It's basically the open source version of Arc. I want to let it cook for like another 6 months or so. But I do think this is where I'll probably end up. Yeah, exactly, Anders. Yeah. So I wish if they would open source, I wish Zen would have built on top of Chromium instead of Fire. If Zen would have built on top of Chromium, like they'd be crushing it right now. But because they didn't, they have an uphill battle because they're building on top of a less stable, I guess, browser than Chromium. So yeah, I'm kind of just watching this and seeing where it goes. They have a roadmap somewhere. It might be on their GitHub. So under discussions, they have anything about roadmap? I found this the other day. Here we go, public roadmap. I just don't think, I don't believe in Arc in the long term. Like, Arc is not, I mean, Arc is good, and it's better than any other browser at the moment, at least for me, but it's not getting the support it needs to stay in that position over the long term. They pushed some bug fixes recently, and it seemed to fix some of my CPU problems with Arc. There was, for a couple releases, it was like draining my battery, but that seems to have gotten better with one of the more recent releases. Brave, like things I really want are things like mini Arc. So this isn't gonna do this. Where can I show an example of a mini Arc? Can I do it here? No, these are all opening. Like if I do, when you click a link, you can get mini arcs, like mini arcs, and then the workspace management like this is just so good. Those are the things that are important to me, and I really do like the sidebar. So we'll see. Yeah, glance is basically the same thing as mini arcs. So we'll see if it gets there. I don't know. Verification triage, more info needed, in progress, to merge, done, to do. Yeah, they've got some time they need to cook before I would consider switching over, but right now that's the most likely candidate. All right, I want to, I think I got all the software I really care about. In fact, I wonder if I should do, the other thing I wanted to try out was Nix shell. Actually, Nix new shell. I want to give this a try. See how this goes. I've been considering switching over to new shell. New shell seems pretty awesome. from fish because everything is structured data and it has nice error messages. So like everything comes into like these, everything's structured data. So like when I run list, right, it shows me this directory here, and like I can be like list, and let's say I want to get, can I do that? Whoops, get name. Like that, or I can do like list sort by, hold on, I need to look at list again. List, and you can pipe it into like sort by, and we want to sort by size. Is it sort? Is it just like ascending? Then size? I don't know how to do this. We were talking about Zen and Arc and Dia. I was saying I will probably end up migrating to, I'll probably end up migrating to Zen at some point, or maybe Ladybird. Like if I can hold on to Arc for, 2 years and Ladybird gets stable, maybe I just switch over to Ladybird. I would like to sponsor after I get married and the economy is hopefully not just completely in the tank. I do plan on sponsoring Ladybird. I think Ladybird's a very important project. And I think super, super highly of the team. Hey, Guillermo. So I'm really hopeful about Ladybird. I watch the updates every time they come out. Yeah. And I think they think about building software in a really awesome way. Like look at the people behind this. So DHH, Mitchell Hashimoto, WorkOSS, Guillermo, Hrefs, Shopify. Like these are all SourceGraph, JetBrains. These are all very reputable people and names putting money into making this work. So I'm really, really hopeful and bullish on this. So I hope it gets there. All right, enough futzing around. I want to make some NeoVim updates, and the first thing I want to do is I want to go to my config. Hold on here. Let's Vim in here, and I want to go to config nvim Lua. I want to change this to my name, which is going to break stuff, but that's okay. And we're going to change user Mulroy/G. Do that. DM Mulroy. Switch that around. Delete this lazy lock. Don't need that. That's probably going to possibly break my home manager config. So let's go check that quick. No, that seems like it's okay. All right, great. That should actually be fine. All right, so then I want to go in and I want to, we don't need really OCaml extensions. That doesn't hurt to keep it. plugins. Do I still have snacks? Yeah. So I think I want to come in here and I want to make some updates and lean more heavily into snacks. So let's jump over to snacks. Where does filtered messages come from? Okay, yeah. All right. Do we have... Why did I init get signs here? That seems like a weird place to init get signs, doesn't it? Do I not have get signs out here? Why did I put that in there? That's confusing. Okay. Did I accidentally delete that at some point? Get signs. And we'll go back and go to get in here, and this will be you yoink that. Paste you in. That's not true. Lazy is true. I forget what lazy does off the top of my head by default when it loads.
Functions describe the world.
There's like a on buffer enter is kind of what I want. Event, yeah. Actually, we could do something even better. Like buff enter is probably fine. Actually, now that I think about it. And this becomes get signs dot setup. Get signs, deleting that. All right, then we can remove that from, I have no idea why that was in snacks. Thank you for following, Vinny. That's hilarious. I meant Google GSL, but my keyboard. All right, I'm getting mad distracted here. What are we listening to? Why? Why? Is there a lawnmower outside? Oh, there is a lawnmower outside. That's actually pretty funny. I've never actually leveraged get hunks or get signs enough. Preview hunk. So get sign preview hunk inline. I don't understand how that works. Like, that doesn't feel like it worked, right? Preview, get signs, preview, hunk inline. Like, shouldn't that be doing something? Preview, get signs, preview, hunk. Do I have to add to make it a hunk? Get signs, preview, hunk. I just don't understand how it works. Do I have to be on it?
Yes.
What's up? You going to the office? Looks good.
What was that face, though? Why'd you make that face? Is it not good?
No, I'm just kidding. It's good.
That was so rude.
You. Oh, we got a hunk. You made fun of my friend Anders earlier, and that wasn't very nice. Okay, he's hurt. His feelings are hurt.
I didn't make fun of Anders.
You held him down by the system. You socially oppressed my friend.
I thought you came out to say hello to me, so I hugged you, and I bumped your headphones, and it skipped the song. I was excited. I thought you were excited to see me.
I was.
And no, you were. You were actually trying to go on, and I was like, "Oh, hi," and you're like, "Oh, yeah." See, look.
Okay, I don't win these.
I'm just a girl.
Yeah, Patel, we'll adopt you. You can watch our dogs when we travel.
Oh wait, that would actually work out really well. Where's your deodorant?
So I can do get signs blame. Is that it? It's out on the table.
Thank you. This
Whoa.
one's doing great.
I've never used this to its fullest capability.
Oh no.
Wait. Oh no. Oh no. How did I fuck this up?
Functions describe the world.
Get signs blame. How do I get out of what I'm in? I like just overrode my shit.
Dylan, I don't want to go to work.
Then don't go to work. It's that easy.
It's not.
Oh, I think I have to do a DWB here. I got blur quick. Alright. Very good. Where is that at? User.keymaps. Yep, that should be dmm_mulroy.keymaps. There we go, fixed. Let's update there. Alright. Well, I obviously need to learn how to use Git hunks better, but
You need to learn how to do a lot of things better.
what does the M stand for? Michael. We can go with Meredith. I'll be Dylan Meredith Mulroy.
Bodie, should we cuff our jeans today?
Show quick fix.
Describe the world.
Should we? You
Diff.
can give me your paw. Oh, you're drooling. Why are you drooling? What are you drooling over? That was gross.
Okay, I obviously need to learn how to use that better. But let's go back in here, and parts of snack that I want is I think I do want to set up the dashboard, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that this morning. But
I was just clearing my throat. Look at him though.
oh,
Do you know he's drooling over here?
is he okay?
Obviously.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just insinuating he was like sick or something.
No, I was petting him and then he just was drooling on my hands.
Diana Meredith Mulroy, yes.
Hey, it's my 19th month.
Oh yeah, Shreyas, I just go for it.
Alright. Should we cuff our jeans? Hey Dylan,
What?
do we cuff or do we not cuff?
Cuff.
Cuff?
I think so, yeah.
That was a really long pause. You were taking that very seriously.
I was.
Thank you. Ha. Aw, Anders, I thought you meant over me, and I was like, haha. And then I was like, oh.
Alright, so we got big file. We have git browse. I do like the git browse stuff. That's sweet. Indent input. I do want to try the input. So let's try that. Which I think that might disable our wilder stuff. Like if I let's quit Vim back in, and we'll go to snacks. Okay, so that's not. How does input work? Better Vim UI input. Is it if I do something like is that that? I think that's that. Okay, sure. Well, what happens if I disable that? And then we'll try the same thing. That looks the same. And then we'll try that again. It's the same. I don't even know if that did anything. Winnie. Put rounded title position. File type, snacks input, buff type prompt. I wonder if it's... I don't override that anywhere. We have notifier and notify. Do I have to enable notify?
Oh my god, I'm dying. Okay, I'm leaving.
I love you.
I love you. I'm finally stopping at Plato's Closet to try and sell clothes too. The rest I'll just take to Goodwill.
I guess I do have to enable notify.
Okay. Good talk. Bye.
Bye.
I'm taking your Next.js back.
All right, we'll get that. That gives me a nicer API for doing notifications. What else do we want here? We have toggle, right? Oh, do I not have to enable that? Okay, I guess I don't need to. I probably don't need to enable notify either. We just get that for free from snacks. Okay. The ones with red are the things we have to set up. That makes sense. Everything else is like libraries. Big file setup, dashboard. Where's picker? I'm considering trying this over over telescope. That seems like a big migration that I might have to do not today because I don't want to break my shit. But I've heard very good things about this picker.
Functions describe the world.
Oh, we should do this. This is probably what I want. This will be good here. I want you. I also think my oil's not set up correctly. I noticed that the other day. Is that like, let me quit out and go in here and we'll go back to where we just were. If I open oil, which is space E, I have these keybinds, right? And theoretically, I should be able to press Control. I don't even think I can get to like Control backslash on my keyboard. But if I do Control Enter, open the entry under the cursor in a vertical split, right? If I come in here and I say Control Enter, it's not in a vertical split. So I need to figure out what is wrong with my oil, and close that. Let's go to, all right, here's the options. We have it set as I'm assuming these just get merged in. Buffer local options to use for oil buffers, buff options, win options. Yeah, that's fine. I do like the line numbers. Spell false list, conceal level 3. Do you have it? No, I use my MacBook microphone. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Train cursor editable. Watch for key changes. Key maps. All right, here we go.
Functions describe the world.
Confirm. We did it, chat. We made it to 6,000. Thank you, Sir Salsis, for being number 6,000 here. Appreciate all of y'all. All right, let's go to the actions. Can I just get a freaking list of actions, please? We have change sort, close, copy, preview, toggle trash, open, well, that would make sense that select V-split to navigate left. So if I do that and I do oil and now I do none of this works. I don't think that works. There's no V-split in the oil docs. Oh man. What an honor, sir. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it, raiders. We are working on updating some NeoVim config and working on also kind of at the same time ripping out Nix. And I was certain that this used to have splitting into vertical splits, but I'm guessing it does not. Select, action select, ops vertical. Ah, maybe it does, chat. We might have just figured it out. It is, it needs to be in a table, which I need to like, how do I split now? Control V. I'll have to fix that. But this is going to be actions.select, and then it should be ops equals vertical equals true. And we'll grab this, yoink that, actually go over here. Whoops. Throw that there, and vertical will be horizontal. Horizontal. And then we can probably close that Vim, and let's say we let's just go back to snacks, or we can go to oil, and if we do this, we do control enter, still didn't work. All right, let's try. We'll do control S. We'll try using their keybinds here. I don't think I changed really anything then, did I? GS, GX, G dot. No, I'm just using the default keybinds. I don't think I changed anything. So like, let's say we go back and we're in here and we can do like control S. Control S. Okay, there it's split. So that did what we wanted. What is my control key over here? Do I not have a control key on my right finger, my right keyboard? I actually don't use that side of my keyboard all that often. Oryx. I've got skill issues, Nameless. It's okay. Okay, so I don't have a right control. So I want it to be like control slash, really. I really just want you to be that, and everything else can be the defaults. Wait, I did that wrong. No, that is right. And the other one. All right, let's see if that works. We go into oil and I say, I want to look at that. that didn't work. Maybe I have to escape it. Oh no. Enter's not working either. Oh god, I can't escape. If you override the default keybinds. Ah. Does that just override the 1? Hold on. Okay. There we go. That was wild behavior. So if we now open this up and I say control slash. Alright, so do we have to escape this? So how do you escape it, or is it backslash? So control slash is clearly not the right move. Can I do just like control colon? That's gonna kick me into, that's my tmux key. What's the name of the plugin that highlights the current scope with animation? I think that is, I think that's just Snacks inline plugin. UFO 2/ tracer telescope. Yeah, I think that is indent right here. And then I probably toggled. All right, so I need a different one. Control S is an annoying keybind for me to I guess we could do control dot. Does control dot have a default? Config. Where are our keybinds? All right, we don't have control dot. Control S is just insanely annoying for me to hit. So let's do control dot. See if that works nice. And we'll say control dot. Control dot goes to the end of the line. What is available? I still don't know what control slash does. I could unmap control slash, because that's really what I wanted to believe, right? So if we come over here, go to key maps, it would be something like vim.keymap.set in normal mode. It'll be C/ and it'll be a no op. All right, so oil. Why does that not work? I'm pressing control. Anyone know why this isn't working? How can I map control in NeoVim in normal mode. Ah. I hadn't considered that. There we go. That's actually backwards though. I want this to be vertical. Because I think I can go and here do Control H. Yeah. So one last try here. Let me make sure I don't have a meeting right now that I am late for. I don't. Okay, we're good. I do got to wrap up in a minute. But we can wrap this up. Snacks. And then we go here, oil. There we go. God, that is so much nicer. I haven't known why that's been broken for like a year. Yeah, I leave when Nightshade shows up. That's how we do it. All right, I want to go back to snacks because there's some really good configuration in here that I want to crib. These right here, top pickers. Oh, I guess I kind of have what I want. I guess the big one's going to be switching over to the picker. When can you apply for partner? I'm not sure. I know that I know I'm not at 60 average, especially like the past month since I've been gone. And I've been having internet problems, so I've been like disconnecting and dropping viewers. So I'll probably try again in like a couple months if I keep pulling these numbers, because I'm sitting at how many people rated. Raters don't count. 54 viewers, so like I was at 45, right? And like I'm not working on the most interesting stuff right now. We've got a little bit more work. I'll probably fly out to California at some point to finish up the MVP of R10 in the next couple weeks with the client, just to get that shipped. And then we're going to work on a new exciting project, and we're going to use Johannes Schickling's local first tool, Live Store. So we're going to build with Live Store, and we're going to build a competitor to Splitwise, and basically try to kill Splitwise, and we're going to use Live Store to do it. So that will probably start mid-May after I wrap up all the stuff to get R10 completely live, which like isn't much. It's mostly just nailing down like actual design that the client wants, and maybe a couple basically, I just need like 2 days in person with the client to get this thing nailed out. But yeah. So we're gonna play with this, and it's super sweet. It's so fast. It's just like it syncs across everything. It's got like amazing dev tools too. I don't have the dev tools plugin, but yeah, I'm excited to play with this and show everybody it. But we'll be back to doing mostly development after my React Miami talk. The other thing I wanted to look at adding to my NeoVim quick is Nui. Did you record your other talks? Yes. You know, I have an unlisted link to, where's this at? Give me 1 second. I'll share my talk with you guys as special viewer privilege. They'll be fine at Splitwise. That's my talk from Effect Days. I'm really, really proud of it. Or maybe it's noise that I wanted to use. What's the difference between Nui and NUI? Is it NUI or Nui? It seems like Folk might be replacing some of these, because he made his own layout component. I think what I really want is noise. SquiggleConf, I am not speaking at, but I am helping organize this year. So SquiggleConf is in Boston in September. We've got some exciting launch speakers. We've got Anthony Fu. We've got Jake Bailey coming to talk about the Go port of TypeScript. Shelley Vore, TJ speaking. It's going to be great. You guys should either submit to talk. The CFP's open right now, or get tickets. I'm really excited about it. It's a special conference. All right, chat. I gotta wrap up. I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm starting to get my sleep schedule a little bit closer back to normal from after all my travel. You'll notice I got started at 7:30 today instead of 8. We're gonna keep pushing that back down to 7. So let's raid Christoph. Watch some Zig. All right, y'all. I will be back tomorrow, and have a lovely day.